With you, Mo Money, no problems for Ezekiel Elliott as the Dallas Cowboys running back got paid, signing a 6-year, $90 million extension, according to our Todd Archer, making him the highest paid running back in NFL history.
I was definitely really anxious, because I definitely wanted to be here for the start of the season. But I'm happy it got done when it did, and I'm glad I was able to rejoin my teammates and, start the season with them.
Important for you to be the highest paid running back in football?
It was.
Why?
Because I believe I'm the best.
Well, I just turned my pockets out upstairs. It means I'm $100 million lighter as of this morning. But seriously, Zeke has been arguably our best player. We're glad to get him booked in. We're glad to have him on the team. Zeke has a big heart. Now he's got a thick pocketbook, too.
Going to be chump change now, but Elliott still has a tab to pay. He owes the team $40,000 for every day he missed a training camp and could be forced to pay back more than $1 million of a prorated signing bonus he received from his rookie deal. I think he'll manage. Let's get back to First Take.
Nabil, thank you kindly. All I got to say, I don't even need to say anything. Zeke got paid. Damian Woody with us now. Bold predictions yesterday. Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. But Stephen A., I got to start with you because we haven't heard from you on this. Do you think Dallas should be concerned about giving Zeke $50 million guaranteed, considering some of his off-the-field incidents?
Well, first things first, before I even get into it, first of all, I want to thank Damian Woody, who did a phenomenal job filling in for me while I was gone. I appreciate that, although it's blasphemous that you sat in my chair on that set and said that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. How dare you contaminate my chair that way? And what did I tell you about showing up without a tie, especially live in studio?
You see how much I disrespected you? I wore a tie yesterday, and I knew you would come on today, and I came out with no tie. Listen, the next time you talk about me on air, you wait till I'm in your presence. Don't wait until I'm, in the green room or something like that, and then try to talk greasy about me. You wait till I'm on the set.
You sticking out your chest, you buffing like you gonna do something. You ain't gonna do anything.
So now you come back from the south of France. You think you all that now? And
all right, look.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
ready. Let me get to my point.
Okay,
now,
go
Mom,
ahead.
Yes,
your first question was, how should I feel about this extension?
The $50 million guaranteed. Are you concerned that he got that kind of money?
Listen, here's my deal. I am concerned. He deserves it. Let me be very, very clear. Ezekiel Elliott deserves his money. I never questioned that. I questioned when he should get it. I questioned whether or not he should be made to sweat. I actually don't like the fact that he got the money now. I'd have liked him to miss the first couple of games of this season just to sweat a little bit more. Because when you act like a knucklehead, you don't deserve to be convenienced. And that's the reality of the situation. And I saw his daddy, and I want to say this real clear because I have nothing but profound respect for all the parents out there. And I saw his daddy on Get Up yesterday getting all emotional, and I understand and I respect it. And I'm glad that his son got his money because Ezekiel Elliott deserves it. But as his dad, make sure to check him from finding himself in compromising situations where his money could potentially be jeopardized. Can you do that for me, please, Mr. Stacey Elliott? I would really, really appreciate that. Because if anybody has the power to influence this young man, it's you. I'm going to show him respect as a dad and just ask him to do all of that. Yeah, it's good you got his money. He deserves his money, but he deserved to sweat for it. And I don't think missing training camp and chilling out in Cabo, as Max pointed out the other day, I don't think that's exactly sweating for the dollars, all right? So let me be very, very clear about that. Now, having said all of that, Ezekiel Elliott, this is concern because as many people have said, and Damien, you have said this from time to time in the past, money just reveals more who you are. I mean, if you were acting like a knucklehead before you got paid, why should I believe you ain't gonna be a knucklehead once you get paid? That's my reservation. Ain't no reservation about Ezekiel Elliott's skills. We know he's elite. We know that in terms of his on-field performance, he deserves every penny. But we have seen many members of the Cowboys get themselves in trouble because being here in Dallas, Texas right now, let me tell y'all something. It can be called temptation place or Temptation Island. There's a lot of distractions here in Dallas, Texas. I'm here to tell you, I'm an eyewitness to it. There's a lot of distractions.
You're already
and when
distracted.
You get paid,
it's only 10:20 in the morning. Come on, Stephen A.
I understand. Hell yes. Hell yes. All right. Excuse me, Molly. Speak for yourself, Mollywood. Your name ain't Stephen A. That's me. I'm telling you. I ain't asking. There's a lot of temptation out here. And so as a result of that, when you in Dallas, Texas, and you got your money, and you were acting like a knucklehead before you got paid, I'm going to question how you going to act now that you got paid.
I mean, look, you got to pay the guy. Of course he was going to win the negotiation. He clearly won. That's a unanimous decision. he come on. Jones is talking about we don't want to set the market. He's 2 years out from free agency. He didn't even have to miss week one. He missed 0 game checks and became the highest paid guaranteed dollars running back of all time. He won. Of course, you have to be concerned about the off-the-field stuff. I totally agree with that point, Stephen A. Here's the problem if you're the Dallas Cowboys. You knew about some stuff when he turned pro. You selected him 4th overall anyway. He then became correctly the focal point of your offense and came through. If anything, he's surpassed where you drafted him. Like, if you draft a running back 4th overall and you get Ezekiel Elliott production, you have to say, yup, we got the returns we were expecting. At least it's hard to do much better than he's done. So if you knew some stuff before he turned pro, and he's at least hit expectations as a player, if not surpassed them, and you based your offense around him, and you are ready to win now in every area except maybe head coach, you got to pay him. And the thing about him on the field is he's obviously an internally motivated cat. You know, Ezekiel Elliott's not the kind of guy who, now that he got paid, he's not going to be the same player. Off the field stuff, Stephen A., I totally agree with you. But when you get to be as great as he's been, for as long as he's been actually, even at this young age, when you include college, that's because there's something inside you that demands to be great on the field. When he's on the field, I got no concerns.
Listen, Max, when we talked yesterday, remember I told you about the devil's in the details as far as Ezekiel Elliott's contract? Everyone talks about the $50 million guarantee. Yeah, that's great. But here's the deal. He only got a little bit over $7 million at signing when he signed the contract. Think about that. You know why he did that? Jerry Jones did that for a reason. Jerry Jones is a smart man. Jerry Jones, he didn't just fall into becoming a billionaire. He made sure that he set the contract up to make sure that Ezekiel Elliott got to stay on the straight and narrow in order to see all that money. Okay, then no one's disputing if Ezekiel Elliott deserves the money. He's to me, one of the top 2 or 3 running backs in the National Football League. But Ezekiel Elliott's going to have to do something that he hasn't been able to do since he's been in the National Football League. And that's stay out of trouble. That's stay off of the police blotter and all those type of things. So he got the $50 million and it's been reported and it sounds all nice. But in order for him to see all of that, he's going to have to make sure that he goes about things the right way, or the Dallas Cowboys are going to come after all that money.
And let's be clear to everybody on this show. Not one single person on this show is questioning Max, Damian, whether he deserved the money or not because of his on-field exploits. We all recognize that he deserves it. There's no question about that. He deserves his money. But the question is, should you be worried about him now that he has the money? And the answer is yes, because if you've shown a tendency to not know how the hell to act before you get paid, why wouldn't I be concerned once you get paid?
You know why?
$50 million guaranteed. That's something to be concerned about.
Not just because of what Damian said, the structure of the deal. I appreciate that because Damian on the air yesterday said, let's look at the structure and how. So if anything, that's incentive for him to behave. But Stephen A., he already got paid. Like people forget, the rookie deals, even though they suppress the value of the player, Ezekiel Elliott signed a $16 million deal upon turning pro and has collected a lot of that money already. He's already rich. Zeke is already rich. I don't know that because he's a little more rich now. He's made $16 million. Before this deal.
That's $8 million after taxes, A, and B, that's a young man coming straight out of Ohio State that got that money. I mean, it's a little bit different. Now he's
So
rich.
he would
No,
know
we
that.
get it. All right, we get
before
it.
then, I don't
90
know.
million's a different deal. Listen, you guys are all focused on Ezekiel Elliott. I'm ready to see my guy Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley. We will be there.
Slid that
Yes,
real,
I
real
slid
smooth.
it
Real
smooth like a baby's bottom, whatever. Stephen A's in Dallas. We're joining him tomorrow. It's going to be a good old time. Texas Live, just outside Jerry's World in Arlington, Texas. DeMarcus Ware is going to be there. T.O. is going to be there, plus many more. Doors open 7:30 a.m. Central. Come on down. Start the season off right with First Take. Still to come, AB took to social media again yesterday. Messi again. Was his call out of the Raiders justified? Plus, Cam says he feels like a young kid again. So which one of these guys has him as a part of their bold prediction? Cam to the Super Bowl? You'll find out.
Yeah.